Hi, everybody. I'm your guide, Buzzy the Knowledge Bug. They call me Buzzy because I'm always buzzing around and asking questions. I found out lots of great stuff that way, and now I can pass it on to you. Today, I'll be showing you around the farm. The farm is where food is grown and some animals live. Pigs, chickens, horses, and cows, they're all here. There's a lot to do and see in a farm, so we better get started. Let's go! The pasture is like a restaurant for animals. Here's the farmer's house. Home sweet home. Lots of creatures live in the wheat fields. There's lots of work to do in a farm. Sunflowers turn during the day, so they're always facing the sun. You get to watch your food grow and then eat it. Yum! Here's where the chickens spend their day, out in the coop yard. Animals. Birds, reptiles, livestock, insects, and fish are all animals. All of the animals in the world belong to a group called the animal kingdom. Animals are not like plants. Animals can move from one place to another quickly. Plants cannot. Animals also eat plants and other animals for nourishment. Plants get their nourishment from the soil and sun. Ant. Ants are insects that live in families called colonies. A colony of ants works together to provide food, take care of their eggs, and protect their home. Ant colonies are usually found underground, but some kinds of ants live in trees. There are over 7,000 different kinds of ants in the world. Apples grow on trees. When many trees are planted together, it is called an orchard. Apple trees and orchards can bear fruit or grow apples for up to 50 years. Apples are delicious raw, and they are good cooked in pies. Apple sauce, apple cider, apple juice, and apple jelly are all made from apples. Back wheel. The back wheels move the tractor forwards and backwards. The big wheels can grip the dirt better, so they can move the tractor even when it's muddy out. If the engine is connected to the back wheels, it's called a rear-wheel drive tractor. Many cars also have rear-wheel drive. The backyard is often the part of the yard where people go to play and relax. Sometimes a backyard has a fence around it, and sometimes it does not. Backyards can be very big or very small. Some homes do not have backyards. A bag is used as a container to hold many different kinds of things. Some bags are made of paper, like the ones at the grocery stores. Bags can also be made of fine cloth or plastic to hold flour, cornmeal, and grain. Rough burlap bags often hold vegetables such as potatoes and turnips. Barn. A barn is like a house, only for animals. Horses, cows, and sheep live here. The lower part of the barn is where the animals live. The upper area, called the loft, is where things are stored. Bundles of hay, called bales, are often kept here. Barn door. Sometimes big tractors are kept inside the barn. Sometimes animals are kept in the barn. Big barn doors that open wide make it easy for the farmer to move his animals and equipment in and out. Barrel. Barrels are usually made of wooden boards with metal hoops around them that help hold the boards together. Barrels are used for storage. Barrels can hold food products like grain or vegetables, or they can hold liquid. Barrels are pretty heavy-duty containers, so they can be reused many times. Beavers are part of the rodent family, which makes them related to squirrels and rats. Beavers have large, flat tails that are covered with scales and soft, furry bodies. They are the only animals that can chop down trees and build dams. Beavers are very good swimmers. Here's a look inside a beaver lodge. The lodge is home to a family of beavers. The beavers build their lodge in the water using tree branches and mud. The doors to the lodge are underwater, and the living area is above water, where it's nice and dry. There are many different kinds of bees, including bumblebees, carpenter bees, and honeybees. Honeybees make honey from pollen that they collect from plants. Honeybees live in colonies with one queen bee and many female worker bees. Sometimes male bees, called drones, also live in the colony. The bees on this farm live in a beehive the farmer made for them. A beehive is the home for busy bees making honey. Bees can make their own beehive or live in one that is made for them by a beekeeper. Bird. The chicken coop is the house where the chickens live. The chickens in this coop lay eggs. The coop is surrounded by a low fence to keep the chickens from wandering away. Chickens are sometimes called fowl or poultry. Even though they are birds, they do not fly very well. When we talk about chickens, we usually mean female chickens, which are really called hens. Male chickens are called roosters. Hens lay eggs in nests, like other birds, although farm chickens lay them indoors in the coop. Tractors are useful machines on the farm. Tractors are used to pull several types of farm tools. The plow breaks up the soil. The cultivator smooths out the soil for planting. The tractor can even pull planters, machines that plant the seeds for the crops. Wheat. Wheat is a grain that grows on a long stalk and has lots of seeds. These seeds are called kernels. A harvester is used to drive over fields of wheat to get the kernels. Wheat can be used to feed animals, or it can be used to feed people. Wheat can be made into flour for breads, pie crust, and cakes, or it can be used in cereal. These blades are used to cut plants like wheat or grass. By having many blades, the work goes much faster. The blades are very sharp and very dangerous. Ladder. A ladder is useful for helping people reach things in high places. The steps on ladders are called rungs. Ladders are often made of wood, but they can also be made of metal or even rope. Water trough. A water trough holds drinking water for animals. Horses, cows, pigs, and chickens need to drink water every day. The sides of the trough are low, so it's easy for the animals to get a drink. Horse. Horses are good helpers on the farm. They help plow the land, harvest crops, and pull heavy loads. Farmers also ride their horses when checking on cows or sheep in pastures. Horses love to eat carrots, sugar, hay, and grain. They like salt, too. Water pump. A water pump raises water from a place that is difficult to reach to a point that is easier to reach. Sometimes, when water is found underground, a water pump is used to help bring the water to the surface. Mailbox. A mailbox is a special box for holding mail. The mail carrier brings the mail from the post office and delivers it to a home by putting the mail into the mailbox. When you send a letter, put it in the mailbox, and the mail carrier will take it to be delivered. The farmhouse is where the farmer's family lives. After a day of hard work on the farm, the farmer doesn't have to go too far to get home. That's a weather vane on top of the well. It spins around to show which way the wind is blowing. Well, the water that we drink often comes from underground. On a farm, the farmer drills a big hole into the earth to reach the underground water, making a well. This well has a bucket attached to the rope inside to bring the water up. A bucket or pail is a handy tool to have around the farm. It can be filled with water from the well, eggs from the chicken coop, milk from the barn, or vegetables from the garden. Buckets are also useful for carrying rocks, dirt, and sand. The cellar is cool because it's underground. The farmer stores certain kinds of foods here to keep them fresh until it's time to cook them. Furnaces are used in our homes to keep the air warm in cold weather. This furnace burns coal to create heat. The hot steam is run up to the farmhouse through pipes, warming the house. Other furnaces use wood, gas, or electricity to heat the air for our homes. Coal is something we can burn for fuel. Most of the coal used today was formed from fossilized plants that lived about 780 million years ago. Coal is dug up from the ground and used in homes and businesses. Coal can be burned in furnaces to heat homes or used in power stations to help create electricity. Bag, potato. The part of the potato plant that we eat is the part that grows underground. Potatoes, like carrots, are roots and have to be dug up to be harvested. They can be baked, fried, boiled, grilled, and steamed. They can even be eaten raw. Potatoes last a long time when kept in a cool, dark place like a cellar. Cabbage is a garden vegetable that is related to broccoli, cauliflower, and turnips. It can be green or red in color. Cabbage grows in the shape of a ball. The leaves can be eaten raw or cooked. Cabbage is the main ingredient in coleslaw. Preserves are made from fruit and sometimes from vegetables. The fruit or vegetables are cooked and put into clean jars. Then the jars are tightly sealed and stored in a cool place, like a cellar or a pantry. The food will last a long time this way and can be enjoyed well after the food has been harvested. A cellar is built under a house, and it is sometimes called a basement. Because the cellar is underground, the air stays cool inside. This makes it a great place to store vegetables that need to be kept in a cool place. Potatoes, winter squash, and onions are often stored in the cellar. Squash is a plant that grows on long vines. Winter squash is hard and is usually baked. Winter squash is often stored in cellars. Pumpkins. Squash is a Pumpkins are a member of the squash family. They are great for making funny jack-o'-lanterns, and they're good to eat, too. Pumpkins are used to make pies, bread, cookies, and soup. Pumpkins are harvested from gardens in autumn. Pumpkins are a member... Gee whiz, this is one big farm!